Hey, how's it going everyone? It's the one and only Mudabi, and today will be the first countdown of the month for My Hero Academia. Since it's the first, I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about our opinions on the strongest quirks in My Hero Academia. And yes, I did just say our. I actually have a co-host for today's video. Everyone welcome, Crimson00.
What's up everyone, it's me, Crimson00. Happy to be here. I'm a big fan of My Hero Academia, and it's one of my top 5 anime. So when I was asked to be on this video, I gladly accepted. But enough about me. Let's start this.
Hey guys, so before the countdown begins, keep in mind that these videos are my opinions and not facts. These videos will most likely be controversial and might contain some spoilers, so view at your own risk. And if you disagree with something that I say, let me know your opinions down in the comment section. Also, let's keep the comment section spoiler free. You gotta be considerate for the other watchers. And anyway, with that being said, let's begin the countdown.
Regeneration. Super Regeneration is a quirk that allows the user to, well, regenerate. This quirk belongs to the monster Nomu. This quirk has the ability to regenerate any sorts of injuries on the user's body, such as missing limbs at incredible speeds. For example, when Todoroki froze and crumbled half of Nomu's body, he easily regenerated in seconds. And this isn't like the Namekian regeneration from Dragon Ball Z. Nomu regenerated his body with no repercussions, and it was as good as new.
So for the number 9 spot, we have the Quartic Acid, which is used by my personal favorite character in the series, Mina Ashido. Mina's quirk allows her to create a corrosive liquid from her skin, being able to control its levels of solubility and viscosity. Other than the things you would expect from an acid power, like straight up melting someone, Mina can also use her quirk to make the ground slippery and slide across it, or to melt parts of a wall to make it easier to climb. Mina's quirk can also be used to open entrance holes on floors or walls by melting them. Now, with all of those possibilities, Mina can easily become a stealthy hero, which I think is a really good idea for her future, and don't think that this quirk doesn't have any defensive purposes, because it does. Mina's special technique Acid Veil allows her to maximize her acid solubility and viscosity. She then creates a powerful acid wall which blocks incoming projectiles, and it is strong enough to block hardened balls, which are stronger than concrete, with ease.
Number 8, we have Dark Shadow. Now this quirk is used by Fumakage Tokuyomi? Yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, this quirk allows the user to control a shadow-like monster. From that, the user can use this monster for anything like being attack, defense, or support. Dark Shadow is also sentient and capable of human speech, making it able to communicate with Fumakage. Also, Dark Shadow draws power from the user's emotions, making it stronger but harder to control. Dark Shadow also draws power from its environment, such as lighting. Under little to no light, Dark Shadow becomes far larger and ferocious, as a result making it far more powerful. For example, it was able to rip through multiple trees with ease when attacking Midoriya. But with its extreme power, Fumakage loses control. Dark Shadow starts enveloping Fumakage's body with its darkness and takes control over its host, with Fumakage slowly becoming immobile both physically and mentally.
In the number 7 spot, we have the Quarry Creation. The user of this quirk is Momo Yaoyorozu. Momo's quirk allows her to produce different objects, such as weapons and other objects from any exposed body part. Other than living things, Momo can basically create anything that she wants. All she needs to know is what the object is made of in order for her to do so. The way this works is Momo's body breaks down a fat at a molecular level. That fat will then be reused as material for her to shape into objects with her quirk. But like I said before, to create bigger objects like the insulator sheet in the cannon, she needs to have more skin exposed.
Up at number 6, we have Black Hole, the quirk used by the pro hero 13. This quirk allows 13 to open small black holes in his costume, through his fingers of course. Now, just like the real black holes in real life, these black holes suck and disintegrate anything at the atomic level. 13 uses these quirks to clear large amounts of wreckage caused by disasters during rescue missions. This quirk is extremely dangerous and can kill very swiftly when not regulated properly.
Now this is where quirks start to get ridiculous. Well, they already were, but anyway. In the number 5 spot, we have the quirk Blood Girdle. The user of this quirk is Stain, aka Chizomi Akaguro. But for the sake of the video, we'll just stick to Stain. So Stain's quirk allows him to paralyze an opponent by ingesting samples of their blood, which is really powerful. All he has to do is make the tiniest cut and you're basically done for. So in a fight with Stain, you have to be extremely careful. Now, there is a drawback to this quirk. The amount of time a victim remains paralyzed depends on their blood type in relation to Stain's own. In Stain's case, blood type B represents the longest amount of time, then decreasing to AB, A, and finally O for the shortest amount of time. But regardless of blood typing, the maximum anyone can stay paralyzed is 8 minutes. Stain also has the ability that allows him to physically emit an enormous amount of bloodlust, which makes him stronger and induces fear.
Getting close to the end here, but up in number 4 we have, well, Foresight. Get it? No? Alright, well, this quirk is used by pro hero Sir Night-Eye. This quirk activates when first touching a target and then making eye contact with them. Once these conditions have been met, Night-Eye gains the ability to accurately predict all of the target's future moves and actions for an entire hour. While his quirk is in use, Night-Eye is capable of watching the target's future lifetime from a third-person perspective that showcases the target themselves and their immediate surroundings in a manner similar to a flashback. Foresight doesn't seem to have a limit on how far back it can see into the future, but the drawback of this is that Night-Eye is incapable of giving a precise date to when said events would happen, thus having to rely on rough estimates.
Oh, you thought that was strong? No, now we're really starting to get into the bad stuff. In the number 3 spot, we have Overhaul. This quirk belongs to Chisaki. Chisaki's quirk allows him to disassemble and then reassemble anything that he makes physical contact with. Anything or anyone that is touched by him gets instantly obliterated. The target also feels intense pain and losing consciousness. Their bodies are later on restored with all chronic illness and injuries cured. It hasn't been stated in the anime or manga if the restoration process is voluntary or not. Chisaki also wears gloves so that he can manage his quirk and avoid activating it on unwanted targets. But when he uses his quirk too much, it gives him extreme itching and rashes, so
Up at number 2 we have possibly one of the most legendary quirks, One for All. One for All is a quirk that first belonged to All Might and is now in the hands of the main character Izuku Midoriya. This quirk is actually a combination of 2 quirks. They both have no names, but those quirks allow the user to, well, 1. Access stockpiled power, and 2. Transfer that power to others. This mutation was caused by a certain someone on this list, but we'll get into that later. One for All allows the user to use his stockpiled power in the forms of superhuman strength, super speed, and agility. Now when I say superhuman, I'm not talking strength like the Hulk. I'm saying some strength that can destroy a city in seconds, the type of speed that seems instant. This quirk is truly the star of the show.
Finally, in the number 1 spot, we have the quirk All for One. All for One is used by a villain named All for One. Yes, as weird as it sounds, his villain name is the same as his quirk name, so try not to get confused. All for One allows the user to steal other people's quirks and use these stolen powers as his own. All for One also allows the user to transfer those stolen quirks to other people. When All for One is used to transfer a quirk to a target, they may not be able to handle the strain of them gaining the power, and they become no moves. And yes, I did say no moves, they become those monsters. All for One, the person and the quirk, are the creators of the no moves. Well, I think I said enough for now. It's your turn, buddy old pal.
Now, when my friend here says no moves, he means artificial humans. These are basically humans that have been given one or more quirk for the price of becoming completely brain dead. The brain and the eyes are completely exposed and it looks disgusting. Now, these artificial humans can only follow orders from the superiors, and they can't think for themselves, so you can have whatever quirk you want, but you become a brain dead slave.
Well, like we mentioned earlier about One for All being a mutation quirk, All for One is actually the person who created it. So it's kind of ironic that without the villain, we wouldn't have this story of My Hero Academia. Thank you all for watching. Check out my man Crimson by clicking his link in the description. He's a bit inactive right now, but he'll be posting again real soon, trust me. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to be more active when I update you guys, but don't expect much. But yeah, I'm trying. And join my Discord to talk to me and my friends and everyone else in the server. Links are also in the description. And don't forget to come back next Friday for the next Anime of the Month video. Anyway, like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.